Welcome to Land of the Bible. I'm Paul Hyams, and today we're going to be exploring Israel's national parks here in the north of the Galilee. G'day, I'm Paul. In this episode, we're going to be exploring and discovering brand new activities that you and your family can participate in at the National Parks Authority in various sites in the northern part of Israel, in the Galil and the Golan. Some of the places that we're going to discover: at the foot of Mount Hermon, the National Park of Banias, Caesarea Philippi, where newly excavated church dating back thousands of years has been discovered. Rebuilding walls in Korazim or Beit Shean from ancient times. We're also going to check out the National Park of Araj and the hidden city of Beitsaida. Throughout this episode, we're going to learn about these sites through expert archaeologists and park rangers. They're also going to explain to us how, as tourists, we can participate in these fantastic and exciting new programs.
My name is Professor Adi Erlich. I'm from the Zindman Institute of Archaeology at the University of Haifa in Israel. I specialize in the Hellenistic, Roman, and Byzantine periods, specifically in Israel, in Galilee, and also in the south. So we are now in Banias, and here is where the Jordan River starts, according to ancient writers, but also, as we can see, we have the springs of the Banias stream, which is called Hermon in Hebrew. And the place was used by people since the Hellenistic period, and we don't know much about the place, but some historical sources tell us about this place as a cult place for the god Pan. So here we stand at the entrance to this complex, but this wall that we're standing next to is from the Byzantine phase. It belongs to the Byzantine church or pilgrimage site that was built here during the 5th century CE. And once we enter, we can see the remains of a mosaic floor, which you can see over here, which is a white mosaic floor with a pattern, with some circles and other geometric designs that cover the whole place. You can see here how the floor just collapsed during an earthquake, which took place, we think, in the 6th century. Just behind me, you can see the niche wall with 5 niches. Some are rounded and some are flat. They did not preserve well. And this was originally found about 30 years ago by Tzipori Beit Shean, the archaeologist who excavated here on this terrace, and he found a series of temples and cult places that he related to the god Pan and to other gods. And he assumed that this wall, which was in front of the cave, belonged to the temple of Augustus. Now we know for sure that the place was not a temple, but an open courtyard. Here we can see, again, a very special find. So during the Roman period, this was an altar which was dedicated by someone who came all the way from Antioch in Syria, and dedicated this altar to Pan, Zeus, Heliopolitanus, 3 gods: Pan, Zeus, the main god, and Heliopolitanus, who is like a local god. and he dedicated it as part of a vow he made. So now we're just about to enter the cave, the Pan Cave. Today, as you can see, it is dry, but according to all the historical sources that we have, Flavius Josephus and others, the place was full of water. It was like one big pool. So there is the cave, there is this pool, which was a sacred pool, and in the center there is this huge rock. And when we excavated this complex, we have realized that this rock is just at the center, on the central axis of this whole complex, at the very center. And then we realized that this could have been the place where the Greeks and the Romans put the statue of Pan, the god Pan, what we can also see on coins, or maybe like a special altar that they used to worship. But also that would give us the idea later on to try and figure out why this Roman pagan place has become a Christian pilgrim center. And that's, we think, has to do with this rock. When Svima was excavated here, so he tried to take out some boulders and some debris, some soil out of the cave. And again, he managed to take many stones with a bulldozer, just take them out. But this one wouldn't move. So now we realize this is not just a boulder that collapsed from the ceiling in late antiquity or maybe after that, but this is like part of the original features that were here in the cave. So 3 features that live together: the cave, the water, and this rock at the center, which was the focal point of this whole complex, and perhaps the place that the Christian believers during Byzantine times associated with the meeting place of Christ and his disciples, and handing the keys of heaven to Petrus. Petrus, of course, Peter is Petrus, which is, of course, a rock.
Imagine walking where Jesus walked, where faith comes to life. Feel the Bible story unfold around you, from the green Galilee to Jerusalem's ancient streets. Experience the serene and welcoming land of the Bible, where miracles happen. Put your heart where His footsteps are. Visit Israel.
I'm here in the National Park of Kfar Nachum, Capernaum. Let's go speak with some experts and learn more about the ancient Roman harbor and what else there is to do here in this national park.
So I'm Chagai Dvir, I'm from the Israel Nature and Parks Authority, and for the last decade I'm leading the tourism product group within the INPA. My passion is to connect between the heritage of the land and the people. So we are working a lot with pilgrims, with tourists, with visitors, and we create and make accessible the adventures or the experiences or the Bible stories that we have in our sites. So we are now in the National Park of Capernaum, in the northern point of the Sea of Galilee. Around us we can see, to the east, we can see the hills of the Golan Heights, and to the west we can see the lower Galilee and Tiberia. And here in Capernaum, it's a very important place for believers, because this is the place where, per the Gospels, Jesus has his hub, his home. We read in Matthew chapter 4 that when Jesus left Nazareth, he came to Capernaum to fulfill the ancient prophecy of Isaiah, going to the land of Zebulun and Naphtali and showing the light to the people that are in darkness. So the National Park here maintains all of this heritage, You can see here the shore, you can see here the stones and the ancient churches. And we are here especially to show you about a very unique finding that was exposed to our eyes in the recent year. And this is the ancient harbor from Jesus' time. We know that the Sea of Galilee in ancient time, in Roman time, was used for, a fishing place and touring place. And there were several harbors, and the biggest harbor was found in Capernaum. And due to the low level of the Sea of Galilee in recent years, we were able now to see these ancient stones by our own eyes. If we go to the Gospel and we read, for example, in John chapter 6, when the disciples left the other side of the sea and came with their boat to Capernaum, we read that when they had rowed about 3 or 4 miles, they saw Jesus walking on the sea and coming near the boat, and they were frightened. And then Jesus told them, "It is I, do not be afraid." And he came on the boat, and then they came to Capernaum. In this signage, in this reconstruction, we can see the ancient harbor from Roman time. And this reconstruction was based on a real survey that was done like 30 years ago by a person named Mendel Nun. And we can see that unlike modern harbors, which are just one path, here there are several cells. So each boat, or either 2 boats, can go into one cell. And we can just imagine that one of these cells were dedicated to Jesus' boat. This sitting place for the pilgrims, so it will be very convenient for pilgrims to board of the bus or to board of the boat and to come to this sitting place and take a meditation time towards the sea. Read the scriptures talking about Jesus on the water. I mean, this is very unique. I would like to add that most of today's experience of pilgrims here is terrestrial. They come to churches, they go on the ground. Here we have a unique experience connecting the believers to the sea, to the water. We are able to talk here about Jesus in the water, Jesus above the water, and the relationships between Jesus and his disciples as Jews, as fishermen here, and the Sea of Galilee. We are standing here nearby one of the cells of the ancient harbor. We can see here to my left kind of a row of stones. This is the remains of one of the walls here. And to the other side we can see also remains of the wall. And we can see also other rows. We know that Jesus, the disciples, everybody were fishermen. They were dealing with the sea. A couple of years ago, a boat was found from Jesus' time, and it is today presented in one of the museums here. So we know what is the size of the boat. And we can see from here the sitting place. So everybody now is in preparation for the pilgrims, for the believers to come and experience the maritime experience of Jesus. In INPA, we understand the importance of the place, and we are now doing some excavation work that will start very soon in order to make this ancient harbor accessible for pilgrims. So I will invite each one of you that comes to Israel, please take time, come to the National Park of Capernaum and see by your own eyes the place where Jesus boarded the boat and walked on the water.
So my name is Professor Mordechai Aviam, and I'm a professor in the Kinneret College right on the other side of the lake. Started working here at Araj because a colleague of mine from the US, Professor Stephen Nutley, started to write articles that are rejecting the identification of Beitsaida there, 2 kilometers inland, and suggested that Araj is a much better place. What we have here are houses from the Ottoman period, from the 19th century. There was a farm here. On the right side, you can see the remains we excavated in the first 2-3 seasons, which had a layer from the Crusader period, 13th century sugar factory. And below it were Byzantine period, 5th, 6th century remains of what we suggested is a monastery. And below it, in the second season, we got down to the Roman period. And that was the great discovery, because this was the first time that Roman period buildings, pottery, coins were found at the site, and therefore we were able to identify it as Beitsaida Julius. On the left side, from the last season, the upper wall are from the Byzantine period, and the lower wall you can see at the very edge over there are from the Roman 1st, 2nd, 3rd century CE. Right in front of us are the remains of the Byzantine period church, which we fully excavated. It was full of much later walls from the Crusader period. We had to clear them out after documenting them, of course, and then we got down to the floor of the church, which is a mosaic floor. Right here, covered now, is a large medallion of about a meter in diameter with a Greek inscription. And then we continued excavating the floor. We came over here in the center of the church. There was a very large inscription, probably 5 meters long, but what's left is 30 centimeters of inscription, which also tells us about a renovation. And the last inscription was found in the room to the east. Not a word is missing, not a tessera is missing. And in the inscription we have a name of the donor who dedicated the mosaic floor to his children. And he says that he is the believer of Jesus and the heavenly disciples, and the keeper of the keys. The keeper of the keys is only one person in the Christian world, and this is St. Peter. Now the connection between Beitsaida and Peter is mainly comes from the New Testament, when Peter, Andrew and Philip were born in this village. We can see the apse, the eastern part of the church where the altar was placed, and we dug down below the mosaic floor of the apse, and you can see here some earlier walls which were under the mosaic floor at the foundations of the church, meaning it was earlier. We dug down, and what we found is 1st and 2nd century wall. We date it by pottery and coins. This wall is from the time of Peter, Andrew, Philip and Jesus. It was built over by another wall, another building. In the village, the house developed, and this building is 2nd, 3rd century CE. And then this wall was surrounded by a frame. You can see half of the frame here, another part was missing. These walls that surrounded this part of a building is dated to the late 4th century. So during our last season, we excavated in this area. We dug into a large building from the Roman period, 1st to 3rd century CE. We don't know yet what the building is because it's just a small area. We have to dig a little bit to enlarge it. It is possible that what we have here, together with the remains of a large Roman bathhouse that we discovered in the first seasons, we have here the first evidence for large, massive buildings that are more typical to a polis rather than to a small Jewish village in the Roman period. I do hope that the Nature and Park Authority will have the chance to develop the site, because it made a lot of interest in the Christian world. People are coming here, although it's not a good place to visit. They park outside the gate, leave the bus there and walk over here People are calling me and asking me how can we visit. Tour guides are asking it, so it is a place of interest for Christian pilgrims. Also, this is the house, the hometown of Peter, Andrew, and Philip.
That was absolutely fascinating. Let's go and explore more and continue our journey through the other national parks here in Israel's north.
I will bless those who bless you, God promised Abraham. Embrace this covenant by connecting with the people of Israel. From Jerusalem's stones to Galilee's shores, experience living faith through their traditions and hospitality. Your journey is more than visiting biblical sites. It's about hearts that welcome your friendship. Your presence matters. Discover Israel.
So we are in the National Park of Korazim, north from the Sea of Galilee. And what we see here is a restructured village, Jewish village from the Talmudic times. And what we see here is the public area of this village. So we can see here houses, we can see here a synagogue, we can see here a mikveh, which is a ritual bath for Jews. We can see that the building or the stones here are black stones. They are made out of basalt, which is a volcanic stone. And one of the very exciting findings in this place, a private wine pressing facility with mosaic. This is very uncommon. Normally, in the land of Israel, in the land of Bible, we find the wine press at the field, not far from the grapes. But here, probably one of the very wealthy persons that lived here, he decided that he would like to have the winery just on the back of his home. So he constructed here a two-level wine press. The upper level is the place where a pressing of the grapes was done, and we can see the mosaic that covers the floor of the pressing. And then below there is a big pool, and in the big pool the liquid came, the wine came, and it stayed there for a couple of times, so a person can differentiate between the unnecessary parts and then take it from here and consume it in his home or in the synagogue on other places. We are now standing in front of the entrance to the synagogue of Korazim, and this is the assumption of the scholarship that below this synagogue there is a first century synagogue. Going back to Jesus, coming all the way from Capernaum to here and preaching here as a Jew, preaching to the people, and they do not adhere, and then they curse them. And this is the main story of that village. And let's go inside and see the structure of the synagogue. One of the most exciting findings in the archaeology inside the synagogue is this place, this item. We can see here this is kind of a sitting place for a VIP person, an important person. And this is called the seat of Moses. And the seat of Moses is mentioned in the scriptures. Jesus, when he's talking about the Pharisees, he's mentioning that they are sitting on the seat of Moses. So this phenomena again connects us to the world of the Gospels. The Touching Time experience is a unique experience in Israel nature parks where we invite the visitors, be it families or groups, to have a hands-on experience, touching the stones, working on restoration of ancient walls, ancient facilities. And what we can see here behind me is one example. We are now located in Beit Shean National Park. Beit Shean is one of the most important ancient cities in the land of Israel, thousands of years of history. And this group behind me is working in order to restore one of its ancient walls that stood here thousands of years ago and needs a restoration. So they are using the same ancient materials that we believe that the ancient people used, and they are restoring the stones again together. The group here is combined from grandmothers and grandfathers working together with the grandkids in order to restore together what we call the wall of generations. So visiting the land of Israel is not just, hearing the stories, but also participating in conserving the heritage, conserving the landscape, and we cordially invite you, each one of you, to join us to one or more of these fascinating activities. So see you soon in Israel.
On this episode, we are going to be learning about the communities around the south, around the Gaza border, that after experiencing the worst day of their lives on October 7th, have decided to come back and rebuild. We are coming here to stand strong, but also to show the triumph of the people here to be able to overcome, rebuild, and continue on with their lives.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to join us next time as we continue to connect you to the people, places, and land of the Bible.